What's up, race fans? Today we're racing GT3 cars at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. This is the only racetrack in iRacing that's actually in Canada, so as a Canadian, we're going to do our best. Here we got the race going out of turn 10 onto the front straightaway. We're getting the green flag, passing the Porsche on the outside, down into turn 1, which is a very difficult turn, and it looks like we have a Corvette in the wall. Let's take a quick look here to see what happened to the poor Corvette. Looks like he just ran out of town, lost it on his own, off into the gravel, into the tire walls. Car comes apart. There goes the wing. Hauling off back into turn 2. This is where most people will usually fall off the track. Very difficult. Coming on the downside of turn 4, up into turn 5A for the first time. Great passing opportunities into here. Out through turn 5B. Make sure you get that right. You want to get as much speed as you can coming up the hill. Fairly short track, but it is a fairly high speed track. Coming up into turn 8 is another high speed right-hander. Very easy to get it wrong here. Looking at that last pose, lift off, a little bit of brakes, and make sure you're hard on. Speed up into a solid left-hander in turn 9, and then back into turn 10, start the lap over again. Now we're looking at this Porsche, waiting for the tires to come to temperature. I think they're looking pretty good. And the GT3 cars, you do want to lift into the first turn. Coming up into turn 2 again, early braking, not much on the braking. You want to get on the throttle as soon as possible to get it to run down the hill. Now I tried to make a move on the Porsche. I thought he left the side open there, but that did not work. Then I noticed the McLaren, he kind of went wide, and I figured I'm going to take advantage of that. So now we're coming over to turn 4, which is a flat out downhill turn. A lot of accidents have happened here. Coming into the famous turn 5 in Mosport, turn 5A is very difficult. It's a blind turn, so you have to make sure that no one's crashed up top there, and you got to make sure you get a good run coming out of turn 5. Now I'm looking at this Mercedes coming up the hill. It has a ton of speed. Even in draft, I have a hard time keeping up with the Mercedes, and I'm pretty sure I got a way better launch at turn 5 than him. He's looking on the inside of the Porsche coming into the turn 8. Looks like he's going to be able to make a move, but the Porsche is going to have the inside for the next turn. As long as he keeps it on the outside, takes the inside for turn 10, and I think I'm going to sneak on in there, get beside the Porsche. Make sure I make that pass before going into turn 1, because you don't want to lose any speed coming into turn 1. Once you're coming out of turn 2, you can usually get some good passing opportunities coming into turn 3 here. A lot of the time people are going to run wide. I'm looking at the inside of the Mercedes, kind of poking the nose, letting him know I'm there. So hopefully he runs wide, and he certainly did run wide because I had no way to pass. He got mad at me, but that's a him problem, especially coming into turn 3. He was on me pretty good, but I decided, you know, I kind of turn and burn, get the wheels going here, coming up over turn 4 because I noticed it's pretty slow coming out of turn 5, so I wasn't too worried about it. Even didn't even need to block down turn 5 here. Once again, those Mercedes, they are very quick going up this hill. The McLaren just doesn't seem to have the oomph that it needs. Not even catching him in the draft. That's a bit of a shame. I've noticed there's a bit of a meta for using the Mercedes on this at Mosport. But they definitely have flaws. I tried one out. The Mercedes definitely have a lot of understeer coming into the turns. And again, I'm going to poke my nose in here, hopefully to force them to go wide a little bit so I can get a good run off of here. Looks like he got a better run, but I'm hoping that he makes a bit of a mistake coming into turn 3. I can get on the throttle a little bit earlier than him. So usually I like to look at the inside of turn 3 here, but he's got me covered. Now I'm starting to get a really good run on him, so I figured don't bother trying to pass him in turn 4, just keep the momentum up, show him going to the outside, and perfectly braking onto the inside, gave him plenty of room. Beautiful pass into turn 5. Now we're on to the next car. Again, these are such high-speed turns, but the McLaren is handling these great. It's got perfect balance in the front and the back. I'm obviously not pro. I'm still probably half a second off from... we got a car on the wall, another Corvette by the looks of it. Don't know if it was caused by him. Turn 1's important to make sure you keep that speed up. And turn 2 is another dangerous turn, because it's another blind turn off-camber. And it's a really fast turn. I've personally seen many cars end up in the tire walls at the end there. In new iterations of the track that's not in this game, they have paved the outside of turn 2 so you can actually have a little bit more time to catch yourself, because once you're on that grass, even if it's wet, you're going straight into barriers. Now it looks like we're slowly reeling in that BMW up front again. I believe he has better straight line speed, but we can corner so much better with the McLaren. Just hoping he's making some mistakes. Coming up the hill right on the tail of that BMW, going to be ready to pass him, hopefully coming up into turn 8 here. Got a good draft, we're getting some good closing speed. I've noticed that he's a little bit slow through here and I can catch him really quickly. So I'm hoping he makes a mistake coming in here, sees me, gets a little worried. Up onto the front straight here, I do pull up onto his back bumper. Keeping the draft in. As long as he keeps speed through here, if he makes a mistake and I get a good run, I can easily get him down into turn 2, but it looks like I got a little too carried away in the very air, lost it a bit, so now I gotta focus on getting a good run here. Get another good run coming out of turn 3 on him. Looking on the outside, and I can take him on the outside of turn 4, make sure I'm on the inside for turn 5. With the 5A, beautiful on the inside. And the Mustang over there in front of us, he ended up spinning out by himself, no contact. It's to be expected, those things squarely in the back end, get really loose. He's my next victim. he's up there weaving, trying to get his tires clean. Once again, those Mustangs also have a lot of great power coming up this hill. But coming up in near the turn, he's quite a bit slower than me. I'll catch him probably by turn 10. Bit of a mistake on my part there. Overcooked it a little bit, didn't throw off the brakes, lost the front end a bit. Again, one of the secrets of turn 5 is you want to carry a lot of that speed. Use that hill as your advantage for braking. Cut in right there, keep your speed up, and then trail the brakes on into the apex of turn 5B, and then just hammer on the throttle. Make sure that you're flat all the way down. Big lift, a little bit of brakes. Right back up on his bumper. So I figured I'm probably going to get him here in turn 10 because he slows down quite a bit. There, I noticed he went a bit wide. I got a good run on him here. Again, looking down on the inside. I'm going to try the inside of turn 2. Make the pass. Kind of block off the inside a little bit. Make sure he doesn't try and come back on me. Keep it tight through here. If he gets a good run on me, I don't want him trying to force me on turn 4. But I know the speed he's been going, once I get through turn 5, he should reach. And then I make a mistake like that. You want to carry speed, but not too much speed there. It looks like I got a little bit on the ABS, so I couldn't slow down as quick. Again, I'm looking up the road out there at the trio of cars. I wasn't too sure if I was going to catch them. I thought they were pretty quick, but luckily I started reeling them in at turn 8 here. So I noticed I'm a little bit quicker than them. Now we're close enough to the Corvette in front, the number 16. Hopefully catching the draft down the back straight here. I was able to catch up to him quite a bit in turn 5. But it seems like that Corvette still got more horsepower than me. Slowly catching him. Not enough to get on the inside of him coming into turn 8 here. Looking for me, he goes a little bit wide here, and I'm looking on the inside. I thought about taking the inside. I realized I might crash into him, so I backed out. Tried to be a good person. But he knows I'm there now, so hopefully he'll be looking at his mirrors at me. But I'm making the mistakes, not him apparently. But then he makes a big mistake coming into here. Comes a little wide, and I figured that was a great time to come on and pass. One of my favorite spots to pass. Just outbreak them into turn 3. He was looking back at coming to get me, but I think I just carried a bit too much speed, and he did take turn 4 there, a little loose. Now I got the 2 more cars up front. Time to reel them in. Knock another one out. Again, I was getting too anxious here, driving a little bit too hard through there. A couple of times overcooked it in the turns, which kind of hurt me a little bit. I'm watching them battle up here, watching the Corvette try and go on the outside, which is nice because it slows them up just enough for me to start catching up to them. Especially now, time's getting there. We're on the last lap, so I figured now's the time to go hard. But then I start going a little bit too hard off the track over here. I'm pushing a little too hard. Use the front tires a bit too much. They're getting a little hot. Seems like he's doing the same. He's pushing his front tires a little too hard too. Often he makes a couple more mistakes, so I'm easily get up on him, but he's got a great run into turn 3 down to turn 4. And it's pretty much sealed it up here because the last great passing chance I can get on him is coming into turn 5 because he's going to be way too fast for me going into turn 8. Then again, carried a bit too much speed, sealed my fate. Pretty happy with this result though. Started at the back and I believe we ended up in 5th place. Out of a good amount of cars. Final run up the Andretti straight here. Up to, looks like about, I think we can do 155 miles an hour going into turn 8, which is pretty damn quick for GT3 cars. At this point, yeah, I made too many mistakes. I ain't catching them. Coming up onto the final turn. Here's the checkered flag, across the finish line, and that's all she wrote for me. Hopefully next time I can do a little better. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we were finished 6th. Maybe one of those was a lap cars. If you stuck around to the end, thank you guys very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and give me some suggestions if you want to give me more ideas. Thanks. Bye.